Good evening guys, it's Joshua Royer here and today I will be showing you the review of Android Pixel Experience ROM on my Samsung Galaxy S3. So without further ado, let's get to it. Guys, right here is the Pixel Experience ROM on Samsung Galaxy S3. So link will be in the description. So if you want to install Pixel Experience ROM on your Samsung Galaxy S3, don't forget to check the link. So on seeing the ROM, it's really smooth and fluid. So it's running Android 9.0 Pie. So if you go to the system settings and if you go to about phone, you'll see that it runs Android Oreo and actually the flashing process took some time and now this phone is actually fluid. Now this is not an Android Oreo Go edition. This is the original edition of Android Oreo. So this phone might be quite slow, but actually this phone is quite okay. So I have a couple of apps installed such as YouTube, TWRP, a Chrome browser and Google Go. Now the official Google app in this phone was quite slow. So I decided to install Google Go and remove Google, the original Google app. Now this phone, actually the camera of this phone is optimized now. The camera is quite beautiful in this. So let me just take a pic and show you. So guys, even though this phone has become 7 years old, this phone runs quite smooth. It's not that bad. If you can see, I can also dial the emergency number and it immediately dials and cancels. So sadly 3G is no longer supported in India, so 3G won't work because originally this phone was built on 3G, doesn't have 4G, but still it's not that bad. It works actually really well. Actually, to be honest, this phone works quite fast. Back when this phone was an Android 4.3, this phone used to be so slow that I just kept this phone and not used. But now after upgrading to Android Oreo, this phone has become very fast. So let me show you some interior specs of this phone using the screen recorder app which I have downloaded in this phone. Guys, I want to show you the shutdown boot animation of this phone. So I'm just going to restart this phone. So you can see I'm having an option of sorry guys, this phone power button is seriously wrong. So yeah guys, so I rebooted this phone so I can just see the reboot animation. So yeah, this phone's boot is little slow. Now guys, the lines which my current recording phone is capturing is because this phone's display is not LED, it's LCD display. So I've tried to reduce the flickering as much as possible, but actually this phone screen does not flicker. It's because the camera is catching the flicker, so I cannot help it. So you can see it's now booted. So this has a glitch. Now whenever I try to unlock this phone, it will immediately open emergency information for some reason, and then it just switches off. Switch off meaning it. So yeah guys, so now it's booted up. So let me just show you how Google Voice works in this phone. So initially this phone was an Android 4.3, then OK Google didn't used to work. So now let me just try. OK Google. This phone hangs a bit, else this phone is really smooth. I set this phone just now, so maybe OK Doodle might not work. So you can see I'm launching the Doodle app on this phone, and it goes away for some reason. So yeah, that's what's the weather today? What's the weather? What's the weather? Okay, Wi-Fi issues maybe. Now you can see assistant words in this. Okay, so Doodle did not work in this phone because maybe the Wi-Fi is not working properly, but YouTube works in this phone. So let me just show you the sound quality of this phone. So if I go to library, and if I go to songs, and yes guys, you do have the new and navigation bar. So just you can see the audio. So just imagine a 7-year-old phone. And look at this. And surprisingly, the battery life is amazing too in this phone. I charged this today morning, and till now it is in 76%. I'm playing all the songs. So I'm not playing the song just for sake of playing. I'm playing this song to check you the audio quality in this. You can see it's so loud. Hey Google, so apart from this, you can use Chrome browser, Google Play Store, and you can see how Google Play Store is updated on this phone. Just look at this. Surprisingly, this phone's camera now has many features. It has many new features. So you can see all this. Now basically, so that's the review of this phone. Showing you the specs of this phone. So as you can see here, let us go to settings, system, about phone. So you can see this one as the Android 8.1, security patch level is May 5th, and this is GT-i9300, and the kernel version is Lineage OS 10, and this is an unofficial ROM of Pixel Experience. They have not yet finished developing the ROM. This is just a beta ROM. So it is unstable, and you can see it also has Doodle Assistant. So this is not working because I'm recording right now, so it may not work. So you can see here. What's the weather in Bangalore today?
Could you say that again? I didn't quite hear you. Could you say that again? I didn't quite hear you.
So it's not working because the Mobizen app, this recording app is using the microphone, so it's not working. So you can see here, it has Doodle though. The original Doodle is just not compatible to work in this, since, and also see it has Doodle lens.
Take a photo of words you want to understand.
So you can see here. So if I'm going to take this is my question paper. Click the photo of this, and let's see if this thing translates into English. So you can just see here, have the translate option. Click here, change translation language, English. So you can basically so you just see here, it has translated Kannada into English. Write the proverb, write a story, santosha, happiness. So you can just see here, it literally translated my question paper, which was originally in Kannada. Isn't that nice? And you can also click listen.
Part a language if the dog goes, he should write the proverb.
So it's just telling you what is written on that paper.
Happiness and consolation.
You can also search, it will just search the words. So isn't that awesome? Imagine a 7-year-old phone, and it's just amazing. And the photos which I took in this phone, just look at this. This photo I took before I upgraded to Android 8, just to show you. Look at this quality and look at this quality. That camera is optimized to such an extent that it's looking like a professional photograph. Just look at my home and just look at this. You can just compare. This I took before upgrading to Android 8 Pixel Experience, and this afterwards. Even though this is not best of the class, it is still better. Imagine a 2 megapixel front camera, and if this is the quality, they won't believe. And the 8 megapixel back camera, and just look at the quality. Even my Redmi Note 4, which has 13 megapixel camera, won't be as optimized as this. But now, since I have Pixel Experience ROM, the photo is actually, even in that phone, it's optimized. So sadly, there's no Android Pie for Pixel Experience. This phone, the last operating system that it supports is Android 8, that is Android Oreo. So maybe if some developer finally makes Android 9 for this, it would be nice, because I don't like this phone to die soon. So you can see here, there is Photosphere, Panorama. All these are pixel features. So you can see here how to take a Photosphere if you don't know. Or if you have a Pixel device, you may know this. I have a Redmi Note 4 and I really know well. So you can see here, you can just take a sphere. I have experimented this, it's really nice. So you can just see, then that's my recording phone, iPhone X clone. So you can just see, I'm able to just take a Photosphere. This is a new feature from Android 8, I guess. I've not used this feature much. Okay, fine, it's not taking that good photo, maybe because of the camera, but still it's not bad though. The photo is nice. Yeah, it's taking some time. I'm taking this just to show you guys how this. Actually, this is not just for Samsung Galaxy S3. You can use any device, most of the devices. Maybe some devices may not work. Even though this is not no addition of Android 8, but still it's nice. So you can see it has taken the photosphere. So just processing, it may take time. Uh, it has not come good, but still, I don't think so. It's bad, and you can see that dark mode. Dark mode is there, and you can just see the camera is processing photosphere. Okay, it's processing. So you can see this photosphere, panorama. I think so. You know what is a panorama? This is called a panorama. This is not a photosphere, and we can like just take. So there's lots of features to show you guys. So that's enough. So yeah, the photosphere is still processing. Even panorama is processing. And there's also lens blur. So I don't know what is lens blur. Okay. I got it. So is this available in front camera? Oh yes, it is. So it's basically processing everything right now. So it may take time, I guess. Okay guys, so before it processes all this, okay, so it's basically first it will process this photosphere, then the panorama, and then the lens blur. So yeah guys, due to the limitations of this phone's RAM, this phone has only 1 GB of RAM, and this phone is quite slow, so it may take time. So for those of you who don't know what is a photosphere, it is a 360-degree view of place. So you can just see here. Actually, not bad, isn't it? You can see a 360-degree view. Oh, the furniture, I messed it up. If you're a professional photographer, oh my god. Uh, I just think so I messed it up in some parts. But you can just see here. Especially this wardrobe, this part, I've tilted a little. But for professional photographers, I think so I can easily create a 360-degree view. Now, I have never used this, so I did not know how to create it. But it has come out nice. And also this quite fluid. You can just see how many options are there. Now let's try lens blur. So first you need to take the photo. Device moved too fast, so it did not come out. So what does this thing even do? What is lens blur? I don't even know what is lens blur. So it is processing image. So there's many more features, there are millions more features in this phone. I have got to show you. Okay guys, so mainly this phone is actually a port of the Pixel 3. That is why it's called the Pixel Experience ROM. So this ROM is basically just to experience what the user interface on Pixel phones will be like. So if it's not necessary for you to have the Samsung Galaxy S3. I showed you because I had a Samsung Galaxy S3. You can actually use this on almost all the phones. You can just go to the pixelexperiencerom.org. Link will be in the description, and you can choose your device for install. and and let me tell you, for this, yes, you need to be rooted and you must have a TWRP custom recovery. Again, that link will be in the description box below. Don't forget to check it out. Now, routing, it varies from device to device. Now, actually, I will post a video soon on how to root this phone if you don't know. Now, why routing is needed? That's because now now the current ROM which you're having is called the stock ROM. Now, if you want to install a new ROM, like if you were like for the example this Pixel Experience ROM, then your system partition should be unlocked, and for that there is something called root. Now basically your phone which you buy from the shop, the bootloader will be locked and the system partition will be locked. So it means that you cannot like edit your system partition and you're only fixed with whatever you have. Now you have to first root. If you root the device, your system partition will be unlocked. And if you have a MI device like Redmi Note 4 or Redmi Note 7 or MI3, MI1S, etc., then you need to additionally unlock the bootloader of your phone, because MI devices starting from 2014 has locked the bootloader to prevent virus infection. So you need to like go to the website MI, and you need, or you can search in Google how to unlock your bootloader if you don't have a MI phone. Now I don't know about other devices, but I feel that bootloader is unlocked in other devices. But since I have a Redmi Note 4, I know that if for MI devices you need to like obtain permission and unlock the bootloader. Now, or best thing, just to search and Google unlock bootloader. Now why am I telling this is that because if you want to root your phone, you can use Kin root, Kingo root, etc., etc., but for that your bootloader needs to be unlocked. Now if your bootloader is not unlocked, then your device, then root will be failed. So that is why I am telling you. So after unlocking your bootloader, after rooting your phone, you need to install TWRP recovery. Now you may ask, how is it possible? Now in the Play Store there is an app called the official TWRP app. So let me just show you that app. So this is the app. I'm sorry if the reflection of the phone. Now this is the app. It is available in the Play Store. Now this phone right here it has root. Now you don't need to worry if you have if you install Pixel Experience ROM, your root access won't be disabled. Your root access will still be there. So I'm searching for TWRP. This is the one. I'll send the link in the description, so I don't need to like just worry. So that was the main precaution that you need if you want to install the Pixel Experience ROM. Now I personally installed this Pixel Experience ROM on Redmi Note 4 and Samsung Galaxy S3. Now I feel that Pixel Experience ROM is a bit faster in Redmi Note 4. Now if you have a Redmi Note 4 or any other MI device which has 4 GB RAM or higher, I am pretty sure that the ROM will run fluidly. Now in Samsung Galaxy S3, since it's a 7-year-old phone, the ROM is a bit slow, but compared to Android Jelly Bean, which I had previously, this phone is 10 times faster. So you need to try this ROM for any Samsung Galaxy device. So you can just check that ROM and you can find out for your devices. So don't forget to subscribe my channel, guys, and thank you so much for giving me support. Because of you all, I was finally able to complete my 50 videos. And thanks a lot, guys. Don't forget to like this video, and also don't forget to check out my other videos which are there on my channel. Please feel to comment down your suggestions, anything you want. I'll totally accept them. And thanks a lot, guys, for motivating me so far. Peace out.